We're gonna share with you today two types of tart crust. First one is gonna be with the creaming method called pâte sucree, sweet short pastry. To begin, whisk the butter in a mixing bowl until soft and creamy with a whisk. This recipe is part of the book from Ferrandi, the French pâtissier. There are plenty of recipes, unique recipes in this book, master recipes and techniques from the Ferrandi School of Culinary Arts. So if you're interested to learn more, there are more than 650 pages of recipes and techniques. Have a look online, order it, and learn a lot from it. Have in mind, the butter should be at room temperature before you start whisking, otherwise it will take forever to actually make it soft and creamy. Once the butter is soft and creamy, add the powdered sugar and whisk until the mixture is smooth. Then combine the eggs and salt and whisk generously again until smooth. Then add the flour and mix very good. At one point you won't be able to mix with whisk, so you have to take out the dough on the flour surface, turn out the dough onto the work surface, and finish combining the ingredients using your hand and a pastry scraper until you have a smooth dough. Have in mind as well that one recipe is enough for a 23 centimeters tart base that will serve about 6 people. One consideration here is to use cake flour, as it's a low protein flour and it has less gluten inside. Less protein, less gluten development. As you're mixing, just pull with your hand forward and use a scrape to combine back the dough together. Just make sure not to overwork it and achieve bread-like dough. You want to work it gently so you don't activate too much gluten. Once ready, shape the dough into a flat disc, cover with plastic wrap and chill in the refrigerator for 2 hours. The second method we're gonna share with you, again from the same book, is gonna be the pâte SABLEE, which is a crumbling, rubbing in method for sweet short pastry. Again, one recipe is for 23 centimeters or 9-inch tart base. Firstly, sieve the flour and powdered sugar onto a work surface, but this time add the cold butter and rub it into the dry ingredients. We use cold fridge butter. Rub the mixture between your hands until it has the texture of a coarse sand. Make a well in the center of the crumbled mixture and pour in the beaten egg with salt, and using a pastry scraper just draw the dough forward in the center and gently mix everything together until smooth. Knead with the palm of your hands until completely smooth and keep on putting the dough together and sliding your hand forward to actually mix this dough easier. And again, shape the dough into a ball, flatten it slightly and cover with plastic wrap. Chill in the refrigerator for about at least 2 hours. And next we're gonna go forward by baking the dough. For this, firstly we have to butter the mold, the ring, which is a 23 centimeters 9-inch tart base. You can actually keep the well mixed dough in the freezer for up to 3 months if you need to make in advance and have it ready. That's a good way actually to keep it in the freezer. To flatten out the dough, you have to use a roller and just make sure you use enough flour to actually be able to spread out the dough and have the dough not stick to the surface. Just roll once or twice and then move quarter of the dough to the left or to the right. Just keep on working the same direction and keep on going this way until you achieve about 30 centimeters of a circle, because you're gonna need to line later the tart base, so you need actually larger than the tart base actually rolled dough. You can check actually if you have a large enough circle. Then just dust some flour over the dough a little bit and on the rolling pin, and just roll it on the rolling pin so you can easily transfer it over the tart baking base. Place the baking tart base over tray with parchment and lay over the dough. All you have to do here is just push with your fingers gently the dough. It's very warm at my place right now, so you can see the dough is very easily broken, but don't worry, you can easily redo this and just make it nice. Keep on pushing the dough until it's flat on the tart base, and using the rolling pin, just remove all the excess dough from the sides by just pressing gently over the tart base. If you need to remake some of the sides because they have been broken, you just use some of the scrapes you have left over. And to finish the tart base, just by using a knife, gently slice out any excess dough. Using a fork, just punch some holes in the dough so it doesn't expand too much. Any excess dough you can actually make biscuits on the sides, or just keep in the fridge, in the freezer for the next time you make some dough. As we show you right now, make so-called cartouche, cutting a circle out of a parchment paper, and then we're gonna put baking beans, or in this case baking stones, over the tart, so this way it doesn't expand. And we are ready to place in the oven to bake at 170 Celsius or 340 Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your oven. We are looking for nice golden brown color on the sides, and the actual tart base will have shrunken a little bit from the sides of the baking dish. The bottom of the tart base should not have risen and should not have colored almost at all. Don't worry, it's not raw, it's baked, hasn't caramelized because we've put the baking beans on top. This way you can use these tarts, depending on which style you decide to use, in any baked tart dishes, as we're going to show you different recipes in the future. Please come back to this one to have a look and learn how to make those.